How you doing, lads? Coach Regs here, founder of 30 Plus Men's Fitness, and I wanted to do this video today just to give you a little warning about tracking calorie expenditure or output on your Fitbit. As you can see, I'm wearing one here, and if you follow me and 30 Plus Men's Fitness, you'll see that I'm a big fan of them. I got myself one for Christmas and I was hooked immediately, you know, tracking my steps, inviting my one-to-one clients to daily step challenges and things like that. And I was using it for tracking my workouts and also my calorie expenditure on a day-to-day basis. Now, what I found was I was quite surprised at how many calories I was burning on a day-to-day basis and how many calories that I could supposedly eat. It includes your base metabolic rate. So your base metabolic rate is the rate at which you expend calories based on your weight, your height, your sex, your age, etc, etc. My base metabolic rate is about 1900 calories, and it takes into account that. But quite often, and I am on my feet all day, don't get me wrong, but quite often my Fitbit was telling me that I was expending up to 3,500 calories a day. So yeah, I was trying to run a calorie deficit, and you know, I was happily eating 3,000 calories a day and thinking I was in a 500 calorie deficit. I'm averaging 16 to 20,000 steps a day because I am a coach and I'm on my feet all day. And you know, I thought that this was gonna get me fat loss results. But here's the thing, guys, right? You know, I always play around and toy with these things for the benefits of you, my clients, right? And what I found was, after like a month to 2 months of using the Fitbit and relying on the Fitbit for my expenditure, like I wasn't losing any weight. I was eating quite a bit because I thought, hey, I'm in a deficit, my Fitbit is telling me so. And it was only when I was doing more podcasts with my peers that I got talking about this with one of the guys, a guy called Scott Bapty, and he was actually saying that he had some friends that did tests on the Fitbit, or he knew someone that did a laboratory test, and the expenditure was out by as much as 600 calories. So can you imagine that? If you're trying to run a deficit, a daily deficit, and you're actually getting that out, you're actually out by 600 calories, guess what? You ain't gonna lose any weight. And if you were doing what I was doing, thinking, yeah, I can eat 3,000 calories a day, this is awesome, because you know I'm expending 3.5, I'm still gonna lose weight, then you're in for a big mistake. And what's prompted me to do this video is, even though I love the Fitbits and I talk about them all the time, I've got a lot of guys in my new Fat Dad to Fit Dad plan that are posting up, you know, their daily NEAT and saying, oh, you know, one guy posted yesterday saying I had a 2,000 calorie deficit, and I was like, whoa, dude, that's a lot. And then he screenshotted his Fitbit stats, and this is what's prompted me to do that, because I don't want new clients coming on board and getting seriously misled when it comes to tracking. So guys, what is the alternative? Well, if you do want to track your calories, the best one that I have found, obviously you've got MyFitnessPal and Fat Secret, they're the popular ones, but if you know, for me, this is the best one I've found, and a couple of people have popped up in our groups as well and said, yeah, this is pretty accurate. Some guys from the industry have said, yeah, this is pretty accurate, is calculator.net. Go onto the internet and go onto calculator.net. It calculates everything, but it can also calculate your calories. Punch your stats into there, so it'll ask you your age, your height, your weight, your sex, and then it'll say to you how many calories you need to lose a pound a week, to lose 2 pounds a week, and to even gain weight or even to maintain weight. Now, when I put my goals into that, I could see that it drastically brought down my my calorie goals and what I'm generally expending on a day-to-day basis based on my activity. So, you know, guess what? I had to bring my calories down by about 800 to 900, and guess what? Then I started to drop fat quite rapidly. So it turns out I was wrong to be relying on a Fitbit for calorie output. This is not saying don't wear a Fitbit and don't use a Fitbit regularly, because I love it, and I these days use the Fitbit for my steps, and I use the Fitbit to track my sleep, and also to give me a rough guide of how many calories I'm expending on my live workouts and things like that, and to see what my heart rate was during workouts. But guys, be warned, do not use your Fitbit and rely on it totally for calories burned, guys, because you're going to be in for a big mistake. Don't do what I did for the first 2 months of the year and, you know, think I could eat to up to 3,000 calories a day, and I'm an active person as well, and lose fat. It just wasn't happening for me, guys. The minute I used a different source, calculator.net, was when I started to get great fat loss results. And yeah, I did have to bring my calories down, but that's what you're gonna have to do if you want to lose weight. But don't rely on the Fitbit for calorie expenditure, guys. Hope you get some value from this. Please give it a like, please give it a share, and I'll talk to you soon.